Welcome to this video about services for older adults with vision loss. The purpose of this video is several-fold. We will talk about how to identify when your client has vision loss, and we will show how to make a referral for vision rehabilitation services through the New York City Coalition on Aging and Vision online portal. Finally, we will provide an overview on working with bill payer clients with vision loss.
Currently, far less than 10% of New York City seniors with vision loss are aware of or are utilizing rehab and other vision loss services that they could avail themselves of. And so a coalition of the premier agencies providing these services, the New York City Coalition on Aging and Vision, came together in order to do outreach, education, and to make these free or low-cost services available to seniors. The coalition provides education about the benefits of vision rehabilitation therapy through information on their website. The website includes an easy online method of referral for these services for the Aging Network, care professionals, and the general public.
What is low vision? Impaired vision ranges from partial sight, also known as low vision, to blindness. Low vision cannot be corrected fully to the normal range by ordinary glasses, contact lenses, medication, or surgery. Low vision, however, does not mean no vision. Although vision loss may be permanent, much can be done to maximize remaining vision, usable vision, and improve the quality of life of an elder through vision rehabilitation. What is blindness? According to the American Foundation for the Blind, legal blindness is a level of vision loss that has been legally defined to determine eligibility for benefits. The clinical diagnosis refers to a central visual acuity of 2200 or less in the better eye with the best possible correction, and/or a visual field of 20 degrees or less. The definition is used for eligibility for Social Security Disability, SSI, and eligibility for services funded through the New York State Commission for the Blind. How can you recognize if your client has vision loss? Here are some of the indicators. Daily activities. Changes in how normal activities, such as watching TV or driving, are performed. Squinting to get an object in focus. Trouble locating familiar objects in a familiar environment. Wearing mismatched clothing. Mobility. Leaning against the wall when walking, in the absence of other physical ailments. Running into objects. Difficulty walking on uneven surfaces. Eating, drinking. Difficulty getting food onto a utensil. Difficulty serving from a platter. Frequently spilling food. Frequently knocking over items while reaching for something else. Reading, writing. Inability to read without holding an object very near the face or at an odd angle. Difficulty writing on the lines of a piece of paper. Handwriting that is becoming less clear. Frequent complaining that the lighting is inadequate for reading or writing. If you know of someone who may have vision loss, you can help them through awareness about vision impairment and age-related eye diseases. Resources on these topics and about rehabilitation services are available on the Coalition's website at nycvisioncoalition.org. What are vision rehabilitation services? Vision rehabilitation services provide visually impaired individuals the skills and tools to continue to live safe and independent lives. Certified vision rehabilitation professionals teach new ways to accomplish everyday tasks such as traveling safely, taking care of their home, preparing meals, and cooking safely. Specialized ophthalmologists or optometrists who have particular expertise in low vision can assess patients' usable vision and prescribe optical devices, such as high-powered magnifiers and closed-circuit TVs for reading. Certified orientation and mobility specialists teach people with vision loss to move around safely, both indoors and outdoors, through use of existing vision, auditory cues, and other techniques such as white cane or sighted guide, so they can shop safely, visit friends, keep medical appointments, and manage their medication. The New York City Vision Coalition's online portal was designed to be as easy as possible and ask as few questions as possible so that anyone can make a quick referral for vision rehabilitation services. The beauty of the form is that anyone can complete it. The individual who needs vision rehabilitation services, their friend, a health professional, a social worker. In each case, a form will pop up so that all the information is kept HIPAA compliant and it's clear who is attesting to the information for the individual. The questions are very simple. It will only take 5 minutes of your time. And the beauty of the online form is that the computer decides, based on rules programmed into the form, which of the coalition member agencies the form will be referred to, depending upon the client's needs and how they answered the questions, and which agencies can cater to that particular client's needs. The form is then automatically emailed through an encrypted HIPAA-compliant process directly to a referral liaison at each member agency. That referral liaison will immediately contact either the person who completed the form on behalf of the individual or the individual themselves. In having the conversation, that referral liaison may determine that maybe their agency isn't the right one. However, they have been trained to know which other coalition member agency may be the right match, and they'll have a conversation with them, make sure that assumption's correct, and make sure that client is then referred to that agency and followed up with immediately.
Very good.
With this easy-to-use referral form and referral process, we hope to help older New Yorkers with vision loss get the services that will help them live enjoyable, independent, long lives in New York City.
The Bill Pay program is a unique program within the New York City Department for the Aging, and it is available to all New Yorkers over the age of 60. It is a volunteer-driven program in which each senior is partnered with a volunteer who visits them in the comfort of their own home at least once a month to help them with bill-paying services. As people age, one important function that they often lose is their ability to manage their documents and pay their bills. At least 10% of seniors in New York City have trouble paying their bills and managing their finances. So Bill Pay program is an extremely important service that's being offered to them. The volunteer works with the seniors to help them write out checks, balance their checkbook, create a basic budget, reconcile their monthly bank statement, and organize their paperwork. The organizing of the paperwork is very important because seniors often, when they are not able to keep their paperwork in order, miss important documents that are sent to them by benefits officers, their landlord, medical facilities, and so on. The program thus helps seniors stay safely in their own homes by preventing eviction.
The Bill Payer program is particularly committed to serving clients with vision impairment and vision loss. About 50% of our current clients have some form of vision loss. We work very closely in partnership with case managers and others in-home to provide these services.
What happens during a bill paying session? During a bill paying session, the bill payer arrives at the client's apartment once or twice per month at a mutually agreed upon date and time. The volunteer and client work at a designated space in the home. The volunteer reviews the client's bills and makes any needed calls to confirm and advocate for the consumer rights. The volunteer and client discuss any developments, and the volunteer assists the client to write his or her monthly checks in order to pay the bills. There are some instruments that we use to help the clients pay their bills: the oversized checkbook, signature card, and talking calculator.
I've been in the Bill Payer program for at least 8 years. The job I was working with, I was a budget analyst. So bringing that background, I saw a pamphlet that there was a program being started called the Bill Payer program. So I said, oh, this will probably be great. So I like working with older people. So I said, oh, this is something that probably will work for me because of my background. And voila. Here I am.
So what we look for in a bill payer volunteer is, of course, the fact that they're really interested in seniors and committed to working with them. Someone who is able to visit seniors in their homes and enjoys the company of seniors. The volunteers need to have some budget and money management skills. They must be able to help clients reconcile bank statements. They must also be trustworthy. They must have the ability to understand that they're part of a program and so follow some guidelines that are laid out for them. One important aspect of the bill payer volunteer is their ability to be part of a team. The bill payers are matched with social workers within the program director, and the program administrator. Bill payer volunteers must be patient and tactful with the seniors and be willing to work with a wide variety of individuals. All volunteers must be over the age of 21 and have a good knowledge of using public transportation in New York City.
People often ask me if there's a special way to communicate to clients with visual impairment. The first thing that I always tell them is be natural and use a normal tone of voice. Be as specific as possible when communicating with the client. Be descriptive. Never point or make body gestures, as they won't be able to pick up on this. And if there are more than one person in the room, make sure each person communicates directly to the client.
The blindness only came about 20-something years. I was able to go there before then to pay my bills myself. And then once I got into the agency, then when the aides would come, like some I thought I could trust enough to write out the checks for me. And I found out that I couldn't do. Because there was girls who was, instead of writing out the checks for me, they were writing them out for themselves.
Because seniors are often very vulnerable to financial abuse, this program is critical to their safety because volunteers are in their homes monthly looking at their finances and ensuring that there is no fraud.
A lot of people don't even know what's going on with their finances, and she does. And all I'm doing is coming here is being her eyes right now and, writing and whatever, because she tells me. she's on top of it. And I like when they're on top of it because then this way, because I did have a client that really didn't know what was going on with their finances. And other people was really, when I say other people, I'm talking about family members. They come in and take advantage. I get good support. I just call the office. Let them know if there's a problem or anything, you call the office and let them know what the problem is. And then they take it from there because there's only certain things that we do. But if we see something, when we come to the client house that's not right, we let them know. And then they will take it over. They will send a social worker or whatever they need to do.
Bill payer clients are usually referred to the program by social service agencies in the community and DFTA-funded programs all over the city. The bill paying is only one function of what the clients need support with. So having a social worker in their life means that if there is any issue, the bill payer can be in communication with the social workers to ensure that other needs are being met.
It's been really good. It has been good. We get along. We're able to sit and have conversations, It's a pleasure to be, for her to come. It lets me know that somebody cares.
The Bill Payer program embodies the very nature of aging in place. It's more than just helping elders pay their bills. The program prevents financial abuse, elder abuse, evictions, and unnecessary hospitalizations, and it keeps seniors where they want to be, in their own homes. In addition, the client and the volunteer usually form a very warm relationship, and the vulnerable seniors are able to rely on the support provided by the bill payer volunteer. And also, it directs them to the extra resources provided by the Department for the Aging.
The bill pay program is constantly looking for clients to serve and volunteers to help them. Clients can be referred to the bill payer program by email at clientreferralbpp@aging.nyc.gov. For information about becoming a bill payer volunteer, you can email volunteerbpp@aging.nyc.gov.
The Aging in New York Fund, the New York City Coalition on Aging and Vision, and the New York City Department for the Aging are helping to make a difference in the lives of older New Yorkers with vision loss. Please help spread the word to increase referrals to the bill payer program and increase referrals for older New Yorkers with vision loss who can benefit from vision rehabilitation services. Thank you for watching.